have a serious conversation, and it's something that may be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's time that I ask because that's what I do. So my question to you is, how long are you gonna sit around dreaming, thinking, wishing you could step out on your marriage and not do it? I think it's essential, and let me tell you why. When I say step out on your marriage, please understand, you know I'm all about being married till death do us part, so that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stepping out on your marriage with yourself. Sometimes we gotta learn how to step back and remember that in order to be married, there is an us in this relationship, and we have to step back and step out with ourselves sometimes to remember what this is all about. Y'all, this is like taking an extended Zach Morris moment. If you don't know about Zach Morris, you are not my audience. Okay, so, no shade, Google it. When I talk about stepping out of your marriage, I think there's 3 key things that you can get from it. Number 1, if you take time to step out in your marriage with yourself, you actually get some self-care time. I'm talking about having a whole conversation with Shay. Hey girl, how are you? Where you been? What you up to? What you want to do? How about that plan you said you was gonna make that you ain't never did? You need to take time to sit back and reflect and take care of you so you can remember what you're here for and if you're accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Number 2, give him some time to miss you. Because see, the way my life is set up, bless your heart, Mr. Johnson. You just get comfortable and used to all the things I do because I'm supposed to, and I agree to it, you know, no big deal. But sometimes I think I make what I do look real easy. And so if I take a moment and step back and step out with myself, then you'll be like, oh my gosh, where are you? I miss you, I love you. But when I was sitting there, you was like, girl. So what I need you to do is be like, how long you gonna be gone? You taking care of yourself. When you gonna get back? Because I miss you taking care of this situation, right? Yes, I know. Missing each other is important. You know, people used to say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. I don't know about all that, but I do know that all of us at some point take ourselves and each other's for granted, right? You just think this is life now, and we forget that that's like a perk. And I think I forget that with myself. Listen, this is not just life. Sometimes you suck, and sometimes you're killing the game, but either way, when we look at that, we might forget which one we're in because it's just life now. And I think number 3, it's a reset. The reset buttons in life are important, and sometimes we skip over them and we miss them and we forget that they're essential to our lives, right? No different from a battery. You have to charge it, right? Because at some point it comes to a dead point. Why are we expecting our phones to work? And we know we carry chargers around, right? There's one in the car, there's one in the house. We got outlets everywhere. We got sample chargers, check it out, right? Charging right now. But for ourselves, we think that we should just be an ongoing Energizer. You know the Energizer bunny don't even say it keeps going and going and going. You don't see those commercials no more because sometimes it stops going. And you need to remember that you need time to reset, re-energize, replan, right? And you can come back refreshed like, hey boy, hey, you missed me, I missed me, I'm back, let's be great, right? I think we need to remember to do that for ourselves. So, I know one thing that we talk about is we give these things and we say, hey, you should do this and do that, and it all sounds great, but we don't give you a how. So let me give you some suggestions. I say get away. See, because the way my life is set up right now, I'm out here in this here Vegas, which is my happy place. What's your happy place? Find that and try to get to it. And sometimes you're like, well, the way my budget is set up, I can't go out and spend money, and that's cool too. I'm over here on a budget. But how can you create that for yourself without having to per se leave and put money aside? Maybe you can have a staycation, get on that good Groupon. Or maybe you have a good friend and you're like, listen, girlfriend, wife, be here for me. Y'all going out of town? Because if they are, won't you volunteer to house sit? And I know people don't need their houses sat, but we gonna say we house sitting. And then you can take a minute for yourself, be in another space, let your husband be in his space, and then y'all appreciate each other when you come back. You have to find a way, get creative. Right? But when you have this time, be sure to set boundaries. Boundaries like, I'm gonna check in with y'all in the morning. Don't call me all day, because if you're calling me all day and I gotta still solve your life problems, I'm not stepping out with myself. I'm still with you, and I need to be with myself. So make sure that you set some boundaries. I have suggestions, times of days. When you can and cannot call me, meaning if ain't nobody dying and nobody's bleeding, I don't have to meet you at the hospital, tell me about it when I get back, because it's gonna just be a short time. But you deserve that time, you're worth that time, and if you take it for yourself, then you can be better for everybody else. We know in all healthcare and being a caregiver, you have to be a caregiver for yourself first, right? Because if you're not around taking care of you, you'll not be around to take care of them. So remember that you're important, that you're worth it, and you have to remind yourself by stepping out sometimes. So you've been thinking about it. You've been dreaming about it. You heard other women talk about it. Sometimes you just got to step out on your marriage, but make sure you're just stepping out with yourself. Don't step out with nobody else. I don't believe in that. Until next time, wives, think about when you can step out.